Hi guys, this is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi! So today's gonna be a very difficult video to make because this is like a tough choice. What I'm gonna do today is rate all my Lattafa perfumes. I'll rank them from my most favorite to my least favorite. I have like 14 perfumes in front of me right now. I don't want to add too many. And these are the ones which I have kept in my collection just to have comparisons between all the brands and maybe they are duping some other brands. So let's start the rating and I'm going to be super quick about it. Yeah. In my top rated, like this is like the first. This is shared by three perfumes. Like, unfortunately, I tried really hard. I was like, think about it, think about it. I'm sure you like one more than the other, but I just could not help myself but select three. The first one is Nebras by Lattafa. This is the Nebras Gold. This is your extremely gourmandy, very sweet smelling perfume. It smells exactly like the Billie Eilish, at least that's what I've been reading everywhere. So if you like the Billie Eilish, the first perfume, which is the golden one, you're gonna love this one. This is gourmand heaven. So that's on number one, shared by Khamra. Of course, I had to put this one. This was a recent find. I'm just gonna wear this right now, as a matter of fact. Oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. This is your boozy, gourmandy, sweet caramel, vanilla, tonka bean goodness. It starts off with a little bit of citrus, and then it quickly like becomes like the spicy, caramelly goodness. There's no caramel in this, I'm sure. There's like the other stuff, but this is sweetness with a spicy touch. And it is compared to Angel Share by Killian. It is not the exact dupe. I would say this is an 80% dupe, but this perfume on its own is amazing. If you like boozy fragrances which are sweet and gourmandy, you're gonna love this perfume. Plus, like, props for this bottle. Like, how gorgeous is it? And the third one that's sharing the top rank is another smoky perfume, and that's Amaral UD. Now, many people ask me, would you rather buy Amaral UD or Majd al Sultan, which is also by Lattafa, but it's from its sub brand called Asdaf. Now, it's very tough to choose between the two, but the longer I wore them, initially this one was on the top, but now this one has taken the reins and they're like taking me into scent heaven, you know. So this smells like jazz, sorry, not jazz, it's the Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace. It's very smoky. At the same time, it's woody and it's intense. Like, this definitely has some sort of oud in it. It's not oudless, but this is oud done the right way. It is so well mixed and so well composed that you will keep craving for this one. Like, I feel like all these three fragrances, your Amaral Oud, Intense Oud, the Khamra and the Nebras Gold, they give you this craving that you want to go in and keep spraying it. So although they last you a really long time, I get super tempted to, like, you know, keep coating myself with the fresh spray, and like I just want to keep smelling it, like the initial blast. I want to go through the experience again and again, which is why I've rated all these on the top. On the second level, number two, it's again sharing with two perfumes. I'm sorry guys, I could not. So that's your Majd al Sultan and your Baccarat Rouge. And this was a new discovery, and it's an exact dupe of, I have the Lanternity EDP with me, and I compared it in the last video. They are so identical, it's not funny. They're like 99% spot on, like spot on. Even the dry down is the same. Like, I was like so like taken aback because I was like, what the heck just happened? Like, because I don't believe in dupes. Like, normally it's like, okay, it smells like it's in the same DNA, but this is like the exact copy of like Lanternity. So of course, and Lanternity is my 10 out of 10 perfume, so of course I had to put this in the top. The reason why I've put it on the second position is because this is like, it's like that Lanternity has like a special place in my heart, so this can never be number one for me. Lanternity will always be number one. So this is on the second spot. Shared by Majd al Sultan by Asdaf, which smells very much like your Amaral Oud, but this one is a little sweeter and it has like a herbal quality. It smells, there's something in it which makes me feel like either there is like eucalyptus or a mixture of eucalyptus, sage, and some herbs, you know, like it's like it's especially smells like, I don't know if everybody else gets this, but it smells a little bit like the Vicks Vapor Up, the balm. You know, when you get a cold, you wear that. There's like a hint of it, and that makes it so interesting. And I think that kind of cuts the sweetness and the oudiness and gives it that oomph that like I want from my perfumes. Plus, the bottle is an A plus. Despite of it being velvety, you can still see the juice inside. So I have like finished here, but that's because I have like tons of perfumes, and that's a good amount of use for me. So that's second place, Majd Al Sultan and Lanternity. Third spot is difficult because it is, I don't want to share it because like the first and second were like obviously for me, I wanted to make sure that they get the recognition they deserve. But from third onwards, these are perfumes I can live without, but I do want to try them. So on the third position would be Khaltat Al Arabia Royal Blends. This is the gold one. Initially, I thought it was smelling like Gucci by Gucci, which I'm obsessed with. And since it got discontinued, I hate Gucci because they're like, why did you do that? This is like straight up ripe fruits with some spiciness. It has the top notes of like a lot of fruits with spices. Then the middle notes become more woody and spicy, and towards the end, it starts just becoming a resinous, woody, and slightly spicy scent. And this one never fails to get you compliments. Every time I've worn this, people have come up to me and they're like, I'm sorry, what are you wearing? It's so beautiful. So, like, for me, this one actually, I would want it to be in number two, but then those two are like really special compared to this. So, it'll stay in my number three. That's Khaltat Al Arabia Royal Blends. On the third position, again, I want to share it, but I think I'm going to just go for it. It's going to be Oud Mood, which is very similar to your Lancome's Oud Bouquet. For me, this is like the starter oud. This is like a cold oud, dry oud, which is not too complex. It doesn't have those notes of overpowering rose or saffron or anything else. This is like the oud which is the highlight. Oud is the highlight in this, and hence it's called Oud Mood. And it comes to you, but it comes in a very linear way. It doesn't bam hit you. You will not feel it like nauseated, or you will feel intoxicated because, but in a good way. Like you will feel like it's giving this cloud around you, which will draw people towards you. And it's so unique because oud is not a very well accepted or very well recognized note. I think this could be the gateway to getting the addiction to oud. So, and this can also be used for layering. Like if you want to add that little oud touch to any other perfume of yours, you can do that as well. And that's what I do with the next perfume. So this is on number 4. On number 5 is this very weird fragrance. It's Rums Gold by Lattafa. I haven't tried the silver one, but people say just try it because it's good. Now I sprayed the Oud Mood here. This is your very, very, very fruity. I mean, this is fruits personified. Bro, this is so fruity. Like, it's like literally like you open a pack of Skittles. It smells like that. So I mix it with the Oud Mood just to tone down that fruitiness because I do like a little bit of depth in my perfumes. So I use these two in combination. But this is an easy number 5. Many people compare this to Kirke by Tiziana Terenzi, but it's nothing like that. This is your fruity blast with like dry downs of woods. You know, it's like it has like that strong wood vibe, but the fruitiness is like overpowering it, and it's so good. Especially with this, the combination is just like to die for. The number 6 is something which other people might find super obnoxious. It is obnoxious. It is very obnoxious, but I like it. This is like your, this is Lattafa Ana Abiyad leather. So this was like discovered by me recently. And since this one has such poor review, I was like, I wasn't daring to touch it. But then I wanted to do a video on the entire Ana Abiyad collection. So I got all of them. And to my surprise, I like this one the best out of them. This has that niche quality. It's compared to Irish leather or Italian leather by Mimo, and you know how expensive that is. Ali did not like this. My husband hated this, but I am going to use this as a layering perfume. So I would probably just use one puff of this with another perfume, which I want when I want to stand out in a room, when I want people to notice me, like not in a totally obnoxious way, so that they get that little hit of leather and tobacco, and then they will like turn around you, but you also have like something very nice smelling on you. I might think of layering these two together, but while trying the Ana Abiyads out, these two, the original Ana Abiyad and the leather, they went so well together. So for me, this is number 6. This is your straight up, you smell it, you're like, oh my god, this is like that dry leather. And there's no tobacco listed in this, but I smell like the tobacco, like the cigar tobacco. You know, if you smell a cigar without it being lit, it smells like that. And I love this perfume. This is number 6 for me. Number 7, it's going to be shared by 2 perfumes. So it's going to be shared by Ana Abiyad. This is your straight up Herba Pura Surge of maybe 90% dupe. It's your fruity, musky perfume, which is just your generic. I don't want to say, okay, I will say generic because it is like an easy grab. It's something when you don't want to think too much, which perfume should I use? This will be your easy grab. You'll just spray it on and take off wherever you want to go. But you will smell good. So this is not your overpowering musk, which kind of, when you put this white cap on it and you know the word Ana Abiyad, which is like I am white, it just immediately takes me to like muskland where I will nauseate and faint, you know. But it is a very good perfume. So the second one sharing with it is Yara. And the reason why I loved Yara, when I sprayed it, I loved Yara so much. This is compared to Signature by Mont Blanc. And yes, they are very similar, but Yara has this little coconutty thing going on, which makes it different from the tuberosy Mont Blanc. This is a very good perfume, but why have I rated like so low in my thingy? Because it doesn't last that long. Yeah, like I will still not use this now because I wanted to macerate a little bit more, because you still get that very initial alcoholic boom in your face when you smell it. And I want that to subside. I want this to become like a perfume. When I spray, I smell the oils and not the alcohol. Keeping that point aside, it's a beautiful fragrance. It is, it smells like a berry tart and with some musk nuances and like with some coconut sprinkles on the top. It's very beautiful, but like I have just rated it like quite low because of its longevity, and probably when it gets macerated more, it'll be more appealing to me. So that's number 7. So 8, 9, 10 are going to be very quick, guys, because these are the perfumes I don't really like. Ana Abiyad Rouge, which is your Baccarat 540 dupe. This is, it smells medicine-y, it smells like a dentist's office, it smells like a laboratory. Like for me, this smells like my chemistry laboratory when I was young, and I really don't like appreciate, like, you know, the first time I smelled Baccarat Rouge, I was so happy. I was like, wow, wow. And then like it, like suddenly I started like smelling this thing which really put me off. But with Baccarat Rouge, it fades, and then the dry down is very beautiful. But with this, it constantly stays. Like people say it disappears. So maybe I need to macerate it, but so far, and anyways, for me, a Baccarat Rouge 540 dupe, it's never going to be in my top list, you know. So this is number 8. But if this is number 8, there has to be worse perfumes, right? 9 is Ana Abiyad Poudre, which is your dupe for Narciso. I'm not going to spray this on myself. This is a dupe for Narciso Rodriguez Poudre. I don't even know what smell this is. Like after spraying all these beautiful fragrances, I can't even smell this one. I don't know what this is. It's just meh. It's just like a powdery mess. A lot of comments were that you need to let this macerate in Fragrantica, and then it starts like developing. So I'm going to keep this aside for now because I literally can smell only powder and alcohol, and I do not like that. And in the dry down, it's becoming a little mature and not in a good way. So I don't mind mature fragrances, but if it is going to give me Chanel number 5 vibe, I'm not going to like it. Yeah. So this is going to go into the maceration pile, and I will take it out probably after 3-4 months. I'm going to keep it in the dark, the whole shebang, like in the cold and everything. So let's see. The worst perfume. I'm sure you guys must have guessed it. I'm not even going to spray this. Should I spray it just for the laughs, you know? This is Musk Mood by Lattafa, and this is your straight up musk. A bit of it came on my hand, so I'm just gonna smell it from here. Okay, it's getting better than the last time I smelled it. No, it's not. Okay, this is your like very skin scent. Like it makes me, it smells like skin. And I don't know, it reminds me of something and I really don't like it. I think I used to go for Moroccan baths, and you know, if you've ever been for a Moroccan bath, it is not a very pleasurable experience. It's painful, it's rough, and it stinks because in the Moroccan bath, they literally use the Moroccan soap on you, the black soap, after you have steamed your body and you've become nice and soft. And then they start like scrubbing you, and like all the dead skin comes off, like you know, when you use like pilling products, when you use it on your face, it comes off like the pilling, and it stinks like that skin smell. It's absolutely disgusting, you know, and like it just makes you want to gag. And like that's why I stopped going for Moroccan baths, because it makes your skin really beautiful and you become like super soft, like literally like a baby's bottom. You become, to touch, you're like so nice. But the smell of it, and this thing kind of reminds me of that. And plus this is a musk which is very animalic. It's like, it smells like musk, you know, like not a synthetic one. It smells like the actual musk from the musk deer, like, you know, it's like, oh my gosh. So it's very repulsive to me. But like, again, with this, a lot of people like love this perfume. Like if you go on Fragrantica, there are many more people who like this perfume than the ones that hate. This is very close to musk, what was that thing called, musk therapy by Inicio. It smells like that, and that again is a very loved perfume. So maybe at some point in my life I will stop gagging on very musky fragrances, and I'm gonna start liking this. So I'm gonna keep this again in my maceration pile and let it marinate in its own juices. So that's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. These were all my Lattafas that I have right now on my counter. Of course, I'm going to be adding a lot of different ones, especially from the Pride collection. There are a few I really want to get my hands on, and I'm going to get it before the prices like shoot up again, you know. So probably in my next, after my next salary, I'm going to get like a bunch load of Lattafas. And I also have my eye on Al Haramain's Laventure. They have like this gift box, and it has all the laventures, so I want to try that as well. So probably next month I'm going to give you a sneak peek for that. So stay tuned. Please do love my videos, says her shamelessly. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos, and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified on my new videos. I just spat a lot straight out of my mouth, sorry about that. Until next time guys, I'll see you, bye.